Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Jaycee. I'm an ACE certified group fitness instructor, personal trainer, and college student, and today we're going to talk about cardio versus strength, specifically in terms of fat loss. We're going to define cardio, strength, fat loss, and then determine which is actually the best if you want to lose fat. Now, if you're new here, I would absolutely love it if you could watch this video to the end and hit subscribe. I currently have a goal of becoming monetized on YouTube, and I want to use any money that I earn from YouTube to pour right back into it and start an online free for everyone fitness platform in order to help people achieve their goals in an accessible at-home way. So if you want to support me in doing that, the easiest way you can do it and the free way is to watch this video to the end and hit subscribe. So without further ado, let's start talking about this. Just as a reminder, I am an ACE certified group fitness instructor and personal trainer. So any information that I do have is either directly from ACE or I will be linking some of the physical education guidelines for Americans down below. Sorry, physical activity guidelines for Americans down below if you would like to do your own research and read these for yourself. What is cardio? So cardiorespiratory exercise is exercise that has the primary goal of increasing your heart rate and improving cardiovascular health. This would include things like running, walking, cycling, dance classes, HIIT, pretty much a lot of the group fitness classes, anything where your heart rate is accelerated and you are doing like an increase of reps. So that would be stuff like a lot of those group fitness strength classes. If you're doing more than 12 reps for more than 3 sets, you're probably in a cardiorespiratory class. Cardiorespiratory exercise is recommended by the physical activity guidelines for Americans that adults either get 150 minutes a week of moderate exercise, that would be like walking, or 75 minutes of vigorous exercise, so like running. Now, cardio is not just important for fat loss, but also for heart health. Cardiorespiratory exercise can help reduce the risk of different heart diseases. It can help improve your mood. It can decrease depression. There are so many other benefits to cardiorespiratory exercise other than fat loss. But fat loss can be something that individuals notice when they start cardiorespiratory exercise. However, cardio is not the answer to fat loss. I think that's one of the biggest myths that people are fed is that cardio equals fat loss, especially running. A lot of people think that if you run, you will lose weight, and that's just not necessarily true. So let's move on to strength training. Now, muscular strength training is when exercise is performed with the goal of building muscles. So this is going to be lifting weights. You're going to be doing anywhere from 2 to 4 sets of anywhere between 4 to 12 reps, whether you're training for muscular power or strength kind of thing. But you're going to be lifting significantly heavy weight through progressive overload, which I can so make a video on if anyone has any questions about progressive overload. Now, it is recommended by the physical activity guidelines for Americans that adults get at least 2 days a week of strength training. So that will be like a full body sequence, arms one day, legs the next kind of thing. And a lot of people, especially women, are told that strength training will make you bulky. And I just wanted to dispel this. It's not going to. Unless you are eating more than you are working out, you're not going to get bulky. Or if that's your goal to get bulky, then that is amazing. But if it's not your goal to get bulky, you're probably not going to get bulky. Strength training is actually very helpful for individuals who want to lose weight, not necessarily because of the fat loss, but because it can increase functional health, it can reduce different chronic diseases, it can build your bone density, which is super important for preventing osteoporosis. Now, osteoporosis is weak bones that develop holes in them and are very susceptible to breaks. So strength training is really recommended for when you're older. You don't want to fall, break your hip, and not be able to recover from that because you have osteoporosis. That's the goal of strength training. Increase the bone density, increase your muscles. But the video is on fat loss. How do you achieve fat loss? Which is better for fat loss? Now, fat loss, unfortunately, I'm going to be direct. You achieve fat loss by being in a calorie deficit, which is eating less calories than you burn per day. You eat less, you burn more fat. You eat more in a surplus or bulk, you gain more fat. Now, the answer to the question, cardio or strength, which is better for fat loss? Both of them. Honestly, whatever you enjoy, because you still should be getting in cardio and strength with your fat loss or without your fat loss, because there are so many different benefits. Cardiorespiratory can help prevent heart disease. Strength training can help prevent osteoporosis. Those are benefits outside of fat loss that are extremely important. Additionally, cardio and strength training can help motivate healthier habits, such as nutritional habits, in order to lead to a natural and sustainable calorie deficit, aka a calorie deficit that you're doing without even thinking about it. Let me give you an example. When I first started strength training in college, that's what I decided to do. I decided to lift weights and walk on the treadmill afterwards for 10 to 20 minutes. And because of that, I loved how I felt after my workouts. And so I decided that I was gonna cut fast food out of my diet and I was gonna focus on eating more protein and more fruits and vegetables. And because of that, I was putting myself into a very natural calorie deficit where I wasn't thinking about it, I wasn't tracking, I was not withholding food. I lost some weight because I was so motivated to feel good with working out that I wanted to eat to feel good as well. Now, I'm not saying that tracking is not beneficial or being in being in an intentional calorie deficit is not beneficial. It very much is. And for some people, being in that intentional calorie deficit can be helped with the motivation of working out, feeling good. But I am saying that working out can help because it can motivate you to do the other pieces of the puzzle once you notice how good you feel after a few weeks of the exercise. Now, if you're like, Jaycee, I don't even know where to start cardiorespiratory activity, I would recommend that you start with 1 or 2 days. I know that I just said these guidelines, strength training, you need 2 days a week, cardiorespiratory, 150 minutes a week. And that is a lot, but that's the standard. And you have to start from somewhere to build the habit. I would recommend you start with 1 or 2 days a week, a cardio day, a strength day, or maybe you just start with strength for now and you build up to get there. And fat loss will come over time. Now, there's a lot of factors that come into play. Different people have medical conditions that might make losing or gaining weight a lot harder for them. There are environmental factors such as access to a gym, access to a safe and clean space to work out. There are stress factors such as having a really busy job. And I just want to acknowledge that and make it seem, I understand that it can be hard. As a college student, I had it pretty easy because I prioritized it. But other college students don't have it easy because they're in much more rigorous majors than I am, or they have to go and work all the time and they don't have the opportunity to spend all this time at the gym or become a fitness instructor because they have bills to pay. And so just understand and provide yourself some grace that it's not easy and that starting somewhere is so much better than starting nowhere. That's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed today's video, comment down below. Let me know what you're personally doing to achieve your goals. If you have any questions, let me know down below. I'll try my best to respond. And remember, if you want to show some support to this channel, subscribe, watch this video the full way through so I can get some of that watch time up, because I do want to start an online fitness platform with this channel that is free for everyone to use to make at-home working out much more accessible and safe. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.